Hi there, Aries. Welcome to your reading. Today we're going to do a general reading to see what's going on for you this week, and then we're going to jump into love. I will timestamp the love portion of your reading for those of you who just want to focus on love. If you have a question during the reading, feel free to drop it in the comments. And if I get lots of likes on the video, I will choose a question to do a bonus reading for your side. Here we have freedom. That's the first card out for you. This is one of your general background energies. It says, I no longer want to feel resentment or to have blockages to the good energy that I'm attracting towards me. Release me from the bonds of resentment. The next one is gratitude. And then to reinforce the message, you also have liberation. So Aries, I feel that the majority of you tuning in today are really resonating with abundance, and you're freeing yourself from something that's been holding you back. So feeling resentment towards someone in particular, or towards a situation, a job, a debt collector, etc. You're really allowing yourself to move past something that was holding you back energetically, that's now allowing you to attract a lot of abundance. So with the color green here, I think you've grounded yourself and you're attracting abundance. At the bottom, we also have companionship. So some of you may be attracting abundance in the form of love and romance, but we will get to that later. Tell me more about Aries and their situation this week. First card out, ooh, triumph and success. So Aries, you're going to have a lot of gratitude this week, and you're going to have a lot of success. You're going to have a major victory coming in. We will pull the tarot to see what that is, but it looks like you're winning. You're having some kind of major win this week, getting rewarded for something that you've been working on. The cards are just jumping out at me. So we have positive movement forward. Your momentum is picking up speed. We have rejoice and celebration with the number 3, which has to do with partnership, celebration, friendships. And then we have rest and rejuvenate. So it looks like there's been a lot of action, or there will be a lot of action in your life shortly. There's something that's coming to fruition for you, a big project. And these are the other ones that fell out for you. So this is like a side message. The sacral chakra came out with the number 2. So you may want to meditate on the color yellow. The base chakra also came out. You may be tempted in the next 3 weeks. So these are energies that are surrounding you. You're attracting a spiritual union, or you may be finding yourself in a spiritual union where you're celebrating each other's truth, where you guys are being quite honest. And you're taking charge of your life by taking charge of your energy. So this freedom that you are experiencing is coming from freeing yourself of worries, of negativity, of resentments that were blocking you. So you've let go of something that you were stubbornly holding on to, Aries. And by doing that, by letting go of the grudge, you've now allowed all of this positive energy to flow into your life. At the bottom, we had hope. So you have a lot of positive energy here: hope, liberation, freedom, triumph, positive movement forward with the number 8, lots of abundance. Let's pull the details to get more. Tell me what Aries can expect over the next 3 weeks. Oh, wow. So Aries, some of you may be expecting a commitment of some kind, a major commitment, major breakthrough. Some of you may actually be proposing to someone, or may be expecting someone to propose to you, or maybe suspecting that they were going to propose. If that is the case, there's definitely wedding bells in the air. So I think the answer will be yes. If you're waiting on a specific outcome, even if it's not related to a relationship, I would say that it's a positive outcome that's expected for you this week. You're stepping into a whole new experience. Some of you may be planning a short trip somewhere near the woods. Maybe it's like a camping trip, or just somewhere relaxing, like in a cabin. And then the month of June comes up as significant. You may be planning a trip of some kind for next summer with friends. This one came out and it came off to the side and it was in reverse. It says a wish will not be granted. So if you are worried, maybe what you need to release is the worry that something won't work out, because I believe by releasing this, you get your prize, all right? So you're getting something that's coming towards you very quickly, imminently. You're getting a positive outcome. You're getting approved if you've applied for a loan or anything like that. You're definitely getting a major win here, major victory this week, or in the next 2 to 3 weeks. which is the intention for your reading. So just avoid feeling stress over the possibility of it not working out, because it will. So a lot of energy here is pointing you towards releasing doubt, blockages, resentments, etc. We'll put this one here next to rest and rejuvenation. Last item for Aries. What else does Aries need to know? So the month of May and June are important. So there's something significant here about the summer months for you. I don't know if you're planning a trip or whatnot, or if it has to do with this long-term project. Maybe you started this project back in the summer and now it's coming to fruition. There's something about the summer that keeps coming out that's very significant for you, or maybe you're planning a wedding for some of you, because here we go, another one coming out saying diamond. You'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. So some of you may be getting engaged or planning to get engaged, and maybe you have some significant date around the summer for this event. Maybe you're going to a wedding. Either way, that is very positive energy for you, Aries. We're going to move on now to your love reading and see what comes out there. A lot of you already had some previews here for those of you who are already in a relationship, but we're going to cover who's in your energy. All right, we're going to start with these general energy cards. Who is Aries connected to in love? I was just going to say the color purple jumped out to me for you. Wow. And then we have two purple cards here. So we got success and growth, and then relief again. So many of you are getting the same cards in your love life as the general cards we just pulled. So there's something that you're letting go of. You're grounding yourself energetically and emotionally. You're not allowing some situation that used to bother you to hold you back from finding love, from resonating with true love and success and growth anymore. I hear anymore because it took you a while to get over this. Joy and stability is what you can expect to be grounded into. Lots of purple here. So you're attracting a very stable, loving, abundant, giving relationship. If you're not already in one, maybe that's what you guys are already experiencing if this is a current relationship. We'll jump to how they feel about you in just a second. Ooh, my goodness, your cards just keep jumping out. Manifest. So something is brewing between you and this person. We get heart chakra, of course. So there's an emotional manifestation here. Something that's going to be very emotionally charged coming through between you and your person. Ooh. And then here we have detach again. So release, detach. You're letting go of something so that something else can come through. And we'll get details in a second, but these are your general energies. We're pulling one last card. And then the 6 is about balance. So simply love. I think what you're doing is healing internally from some kind of wound that you were harboring resentment for. So what I'm feeling here is that you had some kind of childhood wound, something you've been carrying with you for a very long time. Probably happened from the way that you were raised, from the way that your parents nurtured you when you were a child. We have moving on with the number 8 here. This was a burden that you carried with you unknowingly, that you had not explored, something that made you feel inadequate, unlovable, something like this, or that made you suspect that people didn't truly care about you. There was something to this that was unrelated to any particular relationship in your grown life that you had been carrying around in the background without noticing or addressing it. And I think you've finally been able to process that pain and release it. With the dove here coming through, you're stepping through a threshold with the number 11 where you're prioritizing joy and stability, where you're giving yourself that love that you needed, that self-worth and appreciation that you needed to be able to enter into a very healthy romantic connection. And so now that you're doing that, it looks like you're pulling in and manifesting a connection that is quite capable of growing and evolving into something long-term, into something that is full of joy and stability for you and your partner. All right, so drop in the comments, let me know if you've already found your person or if this is news to you and somebody is about to come in. Let's pull some additional tarot and then we'll get into the details of how this person that you're attracting feels about you. Again, for some of you, this may already be someone you're interacting with or that you've started dating. So let's see who this is and how they feel about you. What can you tell Aries? Ooh. So this is the Tower in reverse. So something shocking and unexpected is coming with regards to your love life. We'll have to get more on that. Here we have the Nine of Swords, and this one is upright. So there's something that either has been worrying you, that has been on your mind, or that you feel gives you anxiety when it comes to dating. Oh my gosh, all these cards are just aggressively coming out. There's the Seven of Pentacles here. So you feel frustrated that something hasn't worked out for you, that something keeps failing, that something keeps not working despite your efforts, right? So we'll get more in a minute because this could be about a relationship you're currently in or about just your general view on relationships, but we'll have to get a little more detail to clarify that. So you feel that people, one of your main frustrations when it comes to romance is you feel that people fail to speak clearly or be honest or direct. And so I get a sense that you guys are very direct, and that because you think that way, you expect others to communicate in a similar fashion. So you want to know things directly. You don't want sugarcoating. You don't want to have to guess how somebody feels. And that is a major annoyance or trigger point for you when it comes to relationships. All right, so here we also have the Fool and the Eight of Swords, but in reverse. And so here it looks like you are, with the Eight of Swords, it's usually like a mental prison that you can get yourself out of. But since it's in reverse, Aries, this tells me that you're not really trapped in it. You just occasionally think about these thoughts or let them bother you. So it's almost like the unconscious thoughts that used to make you shy away from opening up in relationships because of your childhood experiences, those you have been slowly but surely addressing. And so you're slowly releasing yourself from the mental prison or from the mind games that you ruminate about when you enter a new connection. All right. And then here we have the Fool, and this one was in reverse as well. So it's almost like you're more capable of taking risks now without having a knee-jerk reaction and immediately considering that you're being attacked or that you're being lied to. I think the prominent thought for you has been, oh, this person is lying. Oh, they're not being real about their emotions. They couldn't possibly feel that way. They couldn't possibly truly know me, or something like this that keeps happening. But you're going to have a shocking change in perception or event that's happening here for you in love. Let's get some more on the Tower card. In fact, I'm going to switch decks to confirm what is going on for the Tower card. What can Aries expect with the Tower? Oops, there's one that wanted to come out, but it flipped back in before I could see it. What can Aries expect? What is the Tower about? Oh, here we go. Dark Confessions. I know what I am doing. I play dumb to keep you confused. So I would be pissed too, Aries. It looks like you've been dealing with a person on the side that has been stringing you along, right? This person knows what the hell they're doing. They keep you confused. They play mind games. They say things that are confusing to you. So I can see your frustrations. And again, your message today is if you release this person, if you really cut them off, you have this guaranteed success coming your way. You have a really good relationship that is on the horizon here, waiting to manifest from nowhere, very suddenly, very rapidly. I think that you're just being told to release this need to figure this person out or to make sense of their behavior or whatever it is that keeps you tagged to them, because there's certainly someone here who is playing dumb, who is confusing you on purpose, and who wants to keep you feeding them energy consistently when it comes to romance. So you have some form of attraction or attachment to this person. Tell me more. Aries need to know. Oh, wow. All right, Aries, lots of forceful energy here. I underestimated how important you are in my life. This is how they're going to feel when you finally walk away, right? I need to free myself from fear and doubts. I'm a caged bird. All right, so this is for you, Aries. There's some reason, and it's probably tied to your childhood. There's some reason of, and I'm going to say this with love, but there's some feeling of inadequacy or not being good enough or not being accepted, right? That you're really needing to release And that's what's keeping you stuck in this trap with this person, because you want their approval so badly that it's trapping you in this situation. That's what's going on here. And at the bottom we had, I am afraid that your feelings for me are not mutual. But does it matter? Does it really matter if they care about you or not? If they want you back or not? If they want to be with you or not? If they're going to mistreat you? This is somebody who does not communicate consistently or clearly, who keeps you walking on eggshells and doubting whether they're really into you or not. And is it worth it to feel like, finally, yes, I got them. Yes, they do like me. They do care about me. What do you get from that if they're never going to give you the consistency and stability that you really need in a relationship to feel stable over time? So you're putting all this energy into this person and they're just playing you for a fool because they like the attention and they get some kind of kick out of it as well because they feel powerful. So just keep that in mind. I know that that's a difficult message to hear sometimes, but I do try to help people with my channel, not just say what you want to hear. So hopefully that helps somebody out there. And if it's not for you, you can let it go. Let's see any other closing messages for you, Aries, about the new person this time. I don't want to keep focusing on the old person. Hopefully there'll be an old person in your past soon. What's going on with the number 8 for success and growth? Clarifying heart chakra, who is coming in for Aries. Broken in reverse. So as soon as you release this need to feel that this person is into you, to heal the brokenness or emptiness that you're feeling whenever they reject you, somehow you have to figure out a way to fill that need for yourself without this person doing anything, right? So as soon as that happens, they're just clarifying that if you can release and pass that lesson, if you can release the need even for revenge, if this person hurt you, percent of you, then you will be clearing the way for this new relationship. We get exit plans. Somebody wants out, but they aren't making a move yet. So maybe you're the one that needs to break free of this relationship instead of letting them tell you whether they like you or not, or letting them break things off. You break it off. Like you go ahead and break things off. You don't have to be at their mercy. And then here it is. I am distracting myself to avoid thinking of you. So some of you may have trouble even getting this person out of your head. It seems like they cause anxiety in your life, and so it keeps you in this mental prison that we talked about earlier with repetitive thoughts. Just trying to figure out, it's like a cycle, a loop that keeps repeating because you're trying to figure them out, and sometimes they act inconsistently. But I'm switching decks again because it keeps, I sound like a broken record talking about the same person, and I'm trying to pick up the energy of your new person. So please, Spirit, let's talk about the new person. Who's the new person coming in? Tell me about the new person. Who's the new person coming in for Aries? Oh, we got, I am on my way to you. I am on my way to you. So we finally connected. Tell me more about the new person. Aries, please. All right. We have escape. Love is an emotional escape for you. Flighty. We have, I realize all the mistakes I've made. I feel unworthy of having love in my life. So you tend to find people who don't want commitment. And this gives you lots of anxiety because everybody seems to leave. Even if they come in, they seem to leave. Your energy is intoxicating and it's pulling me in. But Aries, you're attracting joy, stability, and success and long-term stability with somebody new. So I think what you need to release are those limiting thoughts here. And this person that you're trying to release that's not helping is one of those people that have reinforced this belief that everybody leaves, that nobody wants anything long-term, that nobody would pick you for a long-term partnership to share their life with. And so you really just have to find a way to release not only that person, but those thoughts and beliefs, because as long as you're harboring them, it's keeping this ideal relationship at bay. Tell me about the new person. We have expansiveness. Eternity is far more creative than the rigid, constrained, and exhausted ego. So letting go of the fears of the ego is going to allow this new person in. We have deepening. You're going to experience a much deeper relationship with this person. And this is a soul level connection that is actually meaningful, that is going to deepen automatically and honestly without any huge amount of work on either side. and then sacrifice. So the sacrifice to find this partner was all of the pain that you went through with all your previous partnerships that have led you to this healed place where you can finally let go of the grudge, let go of resentments, and understand that those people who had one foot in, one foot out, or may have strung you along, those people had their own problems to deal with and suffering, and that's not your job to fix, and it's not a reflection on you or your self-worth, Aries. So I think all of those sacrifices have led you to this moment where you're really going to surrender to spirit and allow this new relationship to unfold with ease. And it's really going to be a long-lasting partnership for you. Let's pull some more details and then we'll close your reading. Who is this person for Aries? We got the Six of Swords. For some of you, it's somebody that you've met before. For me, the Six of Swords is like nostalgia in some decks or improvement after a difficult time. And so it could be somebody that you've had a connection with before. We also have the Ten of Cups. So this is likely your forever person, somebody that you would grow old with. And then we have the Eight of Cups, which again reinforces my thought that it could be somebody that you've known for many years, walked away from in the past. So this may not be a brand new person for some of you. This may just be a rekindling of a relationship with somebody from your past, somebody who you tried things with in the past. And maybe at this juncture, it's capable of becoming something more than what it used to be. So I don't want to confuse any of you. It's not whoever this person is that's been in and out, hot and cold. I don't think so. It seems to me like somebody who is resonating with abundance, with the state of giving, with stability. You have the numbers 8 and 4. That tells me this person is somebody who is stable, who is at your level, spiritually evolved, and who is self-sufficient and does not make excuses. So this is how you can tell the person apart. All right, at the bottom we had the King of Wands or the Knight of Wands. And so this could be a fire sign person or somebody with red hair. Tell me more about the person. We also get the Knight of Cups. So somebody who is romantic, or it could be a water sign, like a Pisces or Cancer. So I get Leo, another Leo, Aries, a Sagittarius, or a Cancer and a Pisces, potentially. But either way, even if the person's not a Pisces and their sun sign, they are going to be romantic, chivalrous, respectful. They have their ish together. They have a nice job or career or business that supports them. They don't worry about money. They are actually quite respectful. They are quite kind and giving and generous, but they're also somebody with healthy boundaries. All right. This person does not need to play mind games and they do not need to hide things. So you are correct in that you're not going to need to tolerate that BS anymore. So they're not going to make you feel like there's something to be sacrificed or given up in order to be with them. You don't have to hide parts of yourself. You can be your true and honest self and be direct and blunt and whatever you want to be, and they're going to accept you just the way you are because they see you as an equal partner, as a person that they value and cherish and want to build something with. All right, so the long wait is over for you, Aries. I do suspect that you will meet this person soon if you haven't already. For some of you, this is already somebody that you know, but not somebody that you're currently dating. So congratulations. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care.